One day you go countries. Amen. Amen. Tenant we don't losing job. Landlord come they do like God. One day you go be landlord. Amen. Amen. Good news go locate you. What you see in no go take. If you believe it, say amen. No. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go walk. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go walk. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen.
Invite our guest for today is already online right now. Hi guys, how you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hey, Diodogu himself.
Big man, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me too?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, great, great. Nice to be here.
Nice to be here with you, my friend.
You know, when we're planning this live section,
Mm.
and then I was telling myself, how much of an impact would this be to people, to investors from around the world?
Yeah.
You know, how people will benefit from this section, because the topic we're discussing today is a very, very important topic.
Yes, it is.
You know, many lost millions. You know, I was reading the article and I was really shocked about how much people lost. You know, so guys, you're welcome to today's live session. Let me introduce the Odogu himself. You know, when your name is Odogu, it is, you know, it's a powerful person. All right, so Mano, welcome very much to this Insta live session. It's a privilege to have you on board to discuss this very important subject, navigating Lagos real estate. And then we are using the Lekki demolition and due diligence as a factor to consider in this discussion.
Yeah.
Welcome, my brother.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. I'm honored to be here. I mean, I'm always committed to whatever that would help my clients, our clients, safeguard their interests, protect their investment. Because if you look at real estate investing, right, it's a futuristic thing, all right? So you put in money now, but you don't expect to get the
Okay, are you muted? I can't hear you anymore. Please check your microphone. Can you hear me? Are you muted? Please check your microphone.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes.
To my phone.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to paint a mental picture of what what it will mean for somebody to put in money to an investment, and hoping that in 5 years from now, this investment should have yielded XYZ, and 5 years time you don't have the investment again. You know, it's better off you never had it than you have it and then you've lost it. So I personally am very, very much committed and interested in anything whatsoever, that will always help my clients, to safeguard that investment, so that your story won't be like something that you have and you don't have again, because you're not better off. You haven't worked somebody that never had at all.
Thank you very much. That's very powerful. So let's get straight into it. I'll be asking you a couple of questions.
Okay.
Questions that directly related to what just happened in Lagos. I'm sure many people were aware of the incident, the Lekki demolition, how it impacts investors around the world, how it impacts the state government itself, how it impacts people who are living within the neighborhood. While reading the article online, one woman, his husband just relocated abroad and bought the apartment for her. And she moved in 2 months ago. So it was barely 2 months, and then here comes demolition. That's really, really sad. So we're going to be talking about this extensively today. So my number one question to you, as an experienced real estate practitioner with several years experience in the field, is how can you provide an overview of the recent Lekki demolition incident and then their impacts on the real estate market in Lagos?
Oh, that's a very valid and sound question. And before I start, let me just quickly introduce myself to people that are joining us right on this live. My name is Emmanuel Odogu. I am a real estate practitioner with 6 years experience in the Lagos State real estate market, and I've got like a couple of years of experience in the Accra market, the Dubai market, and also in the UK real estate market. I am the lead realtor at NPZ Real Estate Development Investment Limited. We are known as Naija Party Zone on Instagram and other social media platforms. 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, right? Is it 2 weeks ago now or 3 weeks ago? It's 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So we had videos of traumatic videos of luxury houses, being brought down to rubbles within the Ikota axis of Lagos State. Ikota is before VGC, just like a 1 minute drive before VGC if you are coming from the Lekki Phase 1 axis. And it is on the right where you are approaching Naija. It is behind a popular restaurant called Mega Chicken. So there's a canal, that runs through that path. All right. So these canals are meant to receive the wastewaters from drainages being used by people living in that terrain, and also to take away waters that may be as a result of rain and other factors. So we now have developers that develop houses for profit. So they built houses and they encroached into what is known as the canal setback. And some of these developers were even found, building into the canal, right of way. It means the part that was meant for the canal, to pass, was being sand-filled, and houses were built on it, to sell for profit. It's like you bought a plot of land, for example, and then you now begin to take part of, land that's not meant to be yours, to join to your land, to have plenty, to have more profits. It's a very sad thing. So they built houses on it, and then sold houses. Some people built personal houses, and then the environment is suffering from it. And of course, the Lagos State government, under the Lagos State Urban and Renewal Authority, don't have any other option than to bring down those houses. But let me make it clear that they were notices that were served. I personally was aware of this incident, of this canal incidents in 2020, because I have a friend of mine that was developing in that area. So I was aware from 2020. There were notices being served from 2020 up until the time when the Lagos State government, had to undertake this sad but unavoidable demolition. So that was the video we were now seeing online.
Thank you very much. Just like I said earlier, a woman moved in about 2 years ago. You know what that means? That means he was not even aware, or she was not aware, that notice had been served since 2020. So now we're going to be talking about due diligence, finding out, doing your own research before you purchase. Many people jump into offer because it feels good. They jump into apartment because it looks beautiful, because everybody wants to stay on the island in Lekki. All right. So let's talk about how important the factor due diligence is when trying to make a purchase.
Oh, right. Thank you for that question, Marvelous. First, let us give a simple meaning of what due diligence means for the sake of those people that are not practitioners and experts like us who are with us live on this Instagram event today. Now, due diligence, let me say they are a step of, they are a combination of actions and steps, right, that you must take, you as an investor or as a home buyer or a property buyer, you must take them, to ensure that the proposed property you want to buy, right, is secure, is safe, is genuine, is safe, and is secure for you to now plunge in your hard-earned money. All right, so you must take them. They are your responsibility. They are your primary assignment. They are your own work. Of course, you might be working with a professional like myself, like Marvelous, real estate agent. Might be working with them. You might have a lawyer, and do stuff for you. But there are some that, they are your own primary responsibility. Okay, and that's what due diligence means. And the importance of due diligence in real estate investing, we can never overemphasize it. All right, from ensuring that your investment is safe, that which is primarily that you are buying a house today, and that house is your house in 5 years from now, in 10 years from now, in 20 years from now. From ensuring that to ensuring profitability. Let's say you are buying a property for cash flow. If you fail at doing proper due diligence, you may not be able to achieve the kind of cash flow projection that you are planning to achieve from that property.
Yeah.
All right. So due diligence is not only to just safeguard your property, ensure that okay, this land does it have a CFO, is it safe, and so on and so forth, or this house does it have approval, does it meet the regulatory requirements? Does it? Due diligence also plays out to ensure profitability of your investments. You understand?
Yeah.
So if you say you want to buy a house for cash flow now, there are locations you must buy. How would you know the location? It is during the process of what? Due diligence. So please, can you remind me of the question again? Have I answered the question?
Yes, just to explain what due diligence is for people to have an understand, because many people just think, oh, okay, what is due diligence? I've seen the property I like, I can afford it. What else do I need? Let me pay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so there are steps involved before you pay. All right. So we want people to know those steps involved before the final payment.
Thank you.
If you can please focus on that a little bit. Yeah.
Thank you for bringing back on track. So, let's say if you are buying, the steps are going to be a bit, different if you are buying a house or if you are buying a land. But I will start with land, right? And then I will add the extra that you might need to do if it was a house you were buying. So if you are buying a land, the first thing is to look at the location. Location is everything in real estate. You want to buy a land, there must be a reason why you want to buy this land. Are you buying this land for investment purposes? Are you buying it to do what is called land banking? Are you land banking with this land?
Yeah.
Are you buying to hold it for, let's say, 5 years, 10 years, and then you are waiting that for people to come to that environment, for that environment to develop, and then you come back to that environment, and then you either build to collect rental income, or you want to sell to get good capital appreciation. Yeah. If you are buying for land banking, you have to ensure that the location is, somewhere that either has the presence of some kind of infrastructural development, or you can verifiably say that this infrastructure development will be there in a reasonable number of years. I'll mention an area for an example. For example, Ekpe. A lot of us may not have been to Ekpe, but I'm sure would have heard about Ekpe. It is on the news almost every day in the recent number of years. And the reason why it's on the news is because of the enormous amount of infrastructural development that is ongoing in that area. Marvelous, you are aware of this.
Yes, absolutely.
Just this week, there was the flag off of what is known as the Ekpe Film City. Yes. The Lagos Film City in Ijinri Ekpe. Yeah. All right. So if you heard about the Hollywood, and some places in India and stuff like that, you understand what a Lagos Film City would mean. All right. And you would understand that this film city is going to attract attention. People will come there. This film city is just one. There is what is called a Dangote refinery. There is the Lekki deep sea port. There is the proposed international airport. A lot is ongoing. I can't sit down here and mention what is going on in the right now. So all of these events, all of these developments are going to attract people. It's not ghosts that will come and walk there. Yeah. It's not spirit. It's a human being that will move down there. Now, when these human beings begin to move down there, they are going to come with needs for real estate. They will come with needs for house to stay, shortlets to stay, hotels to lodge. Some of them will want to rent house permanently. They will need schools. They will need event centers. They will need hospitals.
Everything is basically real estate.
That is where smart investors now comes in. Yeah. Those people that now goes in there now, when these needs are not so obvious, you go there now and then you position yourself by acquiring as much land as you can afford now. You buy them at the cheap price that is being sold now. You hold on to this land, make sure so you get the location right. So the first thing is location. Either there is a plan of development or there is, a plan for the development to come to that place. Like after you have gotten the location right, you now begin to look at title. There is something called title. Before you go into title, you ask yourself, is this land free or is it acquired? When they say a land is acquired, it means there is an expression of interest of government on that part of land to be used for public use, either to be used to build a government school, a government hospital, or for road, whatever that is public use. So if it's
for government use,
so it's called that land is what is acquired. It's under the acquired. Is acquired by the government. All right, and then if it's not acquired, then it's free. All right, so generally all land is acquired. Then the part that the government does not have needs over will now be released in form of either accession or allocation. And in some areas they call it freehold. All right, so you now know that this place is free. Fine. Does it now have existing title, or does it, are they going to have? So if it's free, fine. Then if it has title, then we'll now talk about things like CFO. CFO is like the main title.
Yeah,
that's the title itself. You can hear of governor's consent. It simply means that the CFO is exchanging hands. It means because CFO is giving only one for a piece of land. No two CFO is giving for one land. It's one. So if you got the CFO first, marvelous, and you are selling the land to me, what happens? I get the CFO, then I go and collect what is called the governor's consent, to consent to that transaction. That okay, this CFO I was originally given to marvelous. It's now with Odogu. All right, so we have the CFO and the governor's consent. They're almost like they are two sides of a coin. Then before the CFO, you might have what is called the allocation or the accession or the gazette, depending on the location. Because in Ekpe, there's nothing like allocation. In accession in Ekpe, it's either freehold or allocation, straight up. And there used to be accession in Ebejileko before, but now there's no longer accession again. It's now allocation straight from the government, and then CFO. All right, so you've got the location right. Now title. So are you buying a land that has a title? Yes. What's the title CFO? How do you verify that? First, how do you verify the land is free? You need to go to that land, right? You can do it yourself, or you get a professional to help you, a surveyor or something. They pick the coordinates of that land, and they take the coordinates to Office of Surveyor General of Lagos. It might be a bit of a step, but it is better you do it and safeguard your money. All right, take it to Office of Surveyor General of Lagos. They check for you. You will see the history of that land. You will see the Lagos master plan is there. So the land is free. You will know if it has plan on it. You will know. So the way it works, you may buy that land today, and they may not come to that land until 10 years, 20 years. So, but they will come one day. So, but if they will not come, you will know from that place. So you pick a coordinate of the land, take it there, then they check for you. Sometimes you might want to use the survey they give you, but I really advise that if you really want to be thorough, you have to go to the land yourself and pick coordinate of that land. You match the coordinate with the survey they give to you. If it's good, fine. Then take it to Alausa. They verify, oh, this land is free. Oh, from there, you would even know if it has extension or CFO. You will know, right? So once title is right, good. Then other things you might want to look at, for example, might be topography of the land. If it's
dry,
if it's dry, if it's waterlogged, all of those are second. For me, they are secondary. Now, the reason why I call it secondary is that I have seen river being turned into houses. For example, the Eco Atlantic. So I don't really take that so seriously. It just depends. It just means that you're going to spend a bit more. But trust me, the more you spend, the more valuable your property is. You can't compare property in the Eco Atlantic now and any other look, like let's say Korodu. Without, I'm not looking down the Korodu. I'm just talking about, because it's a function of how much money has been spent.
Yeah.
All right. So that's why I don't really look at it. But of course, you might want to look at the topography of the land, if it's dry, if it's waterlogged. You know, you might also want to look at proximity to some, depending on the exact need for that land, proximity to places like factory. You want to check all those things. But most importantly is the location and the title, right? That is for land mainly. That's for land mainly. And then if you are buying a land, there is something that they call the right of way that a lot are not aware of. So that the land have a sea of food does not mean you can build on all parts of that land. So a right of way, a right of way may pass through the land, and you must give that setback, you must give that allowance. For example, some people that bought that those houses they demolished in Kota now, some of them have title. It's not like they don't have CFO, they don't have governors. They have genuine documents. But some of them were not aware, or maybe probably they were aware, but they decided to violate the passage of the right of way of the canal on their land, and they are meant to give space. So what happens? You are meant to actually use that, bring out the beauty of that canal. You do something around it. You go to some houses in the UK here, or you go to some houses in Dubai, you see a canal or a water or a lake. You see how beautiful they will make it look. That is what you are meant to do, not to sample it and build on it. So please, if you are on this life, there is something called right of way. It might be a road, it might be a canal, it might be a NEPA pole, it might be a transformer sitting on your land, it might be anything for public use. You must give space.
Give regard for that rule.
You must give regard for it.
Very
so
important.
Location, title, right of way, topography, that's for land. Then if it's a building, then you now proceed. If it's a building, you must do the same thing that you've done for land. Then you now continue to approval. Does the building plan have approval? You verify that with the agency called LASPA, Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority. Is the approval genuine? You get the approval from the developer, take it, they will confirm for you. Please be mindful that Marvelous, I don't know how true this is, but I have from a very reliable source, because I have people very well in Lagos State. Yeah, I have people a lot. Because of my professional practice, I've met people. I have intel that some dubious developers, I won't mention anybody's name, we will now go to Alausa. All of these agencies, they have internal people that they will tip to tell anybody that comes that this thing is legit, or is even when it's not there yet. So please be aware of that.
I understand that.
Yeah. So to confirm approval, LASPA is responsible for that. All right. Then but that's most paramount. You know, that's most paramount. Other thing, other place, other agency, other thing you want to confirm is, so this one you confirm it if it's an off-plan project, you have to be doing it as the building wherever it's going. So there's something called the Lagos State Building Control Agency. They are responsible for construction and they monitor adherence to building codes and safety standards. They ensure that buildings meet structural and safety requirements. So these people, you have to also, know what is going on as per LASPA. So if you hear of building collapse, these people are one of the people that they ensure that building does not collapse either during building or later in life. You understand? So especially if you are buying an apartment in a condo or high rise, you need to ensure and check what has been the activity with LASPA. The building, Do they follow the LABSCA, requirements and regulations? Then another agency you want to check with again is Lagos State Material Testing Laboratory. These people, they test the materials being used to build that house. If it meets the industry standards. If it's not substandard.
Beginning with the soil of that land. Soil sometimes determine how high you can go. All right. There are some parts in Lagos that you can't go beyond 3 stories. There are some parts in Lagos you can actually do 10, 12 stories. So it's very important. I recognize that. Yeah.
From the soil testing, you know what is called the looseness of the soil.
Yeah.
And based on how high you want to go, will now influence how deep.
Yeah, you want to go.
You must go. Right? They call it piling. How the length of your pile, how deep you must pile. Because no matter how the height determines how deep you must go. So if you are buying condos, all those high rise, you must check. You must check with these people. Lagos State Material Testing Laboratory. From the soil testing, they do that. The reinforcement being used, they check that. The cement and all of those things, they check that, and and stuff like that. The load bearing, all of those things. They check.
You see, we can go on and on and on and on and talk about due diligence because it cannot be overemphasized when it comes to investing.
Sorry, let me add this agency before we finish. Finish on this part. Now, this one is the one that was directly responsible for the recent demolition, and it's Lagos State Urban Renewal Authority. So mainly, they check out setback. You must follow the setback laws, all of those things. So if you are buying a house, you must go. Don't just go to the compound where your house is. Look around. Take time to go around at the area. Look around. Check. If you see anything like a canal, the main road, you need to ask questions regarding that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. I thought that was very powerful, and very, very informative. If you're just joining us, welcome. We're talking about navigating Lagos real estate, and our point of focus is actually the recent Lekki demolition, and then we're also considering due diligence. I have with me the Odogu himself, who has been dishing out words of wisdom regarding real estate investment and due diligence. Thank you very much, my brother. So, talking about due diligence, it cannot be overemphasized, like I said earlier. There are a lot of things you must consider before you make that decision. The approvers, the purchasing, the documentation, also using professionals.
Yeah, very important.
A lot of people want to save costs. I have one Baba Titi somewhere that can actually plaster, can gather guys, and then buy cement, any cement you like, buy any kind of blocks you like, and they're just trying to save costs, all in the name of getting a building together. There are always consequences. Emmanuel has spoken about a lot of agencies you need to consider. That check the soil, check the approval, test your material. You need to get a lot of approval before you even start construction. I believe this is actually a whole master class. Maybe even if we can't finish today, we'll probably come back again to talk more about this. And one thing I also want to talk about is obeying laws in
very
Lagos.
Important
in Nigeria. Generally, people believe anything goes in Nigeria. All right. People who actually bought those apartments, or even the developer themselves, they believe they can bribe their way out. Trust me, you cannot cheat the government. You cannot cheat the law. Trust me, the law is already there for you to obey. You can't fight the law.
It's for your safety. It's for your safety.
For your safety. While reading the article, one of the residents there said he had 3 properties. One chief, I've forgotten his name now. He had 3 properties, and those 3 properties were worth 200 million. 200 million investment lost just like that. So guys, please, due diligence is very important. You must use professionals whenever you're purchasing, whenever you're building, whenever
very
you're
important.
buying, in all stages of your real estate investment. Okay, so let's move forward and let's talk about the key factors or reason behind the demolition. Why do you think the Lagos government actually demolished the land? Because a lot of people are saying, oh, the Lagos government are very wicked. How can they demolish properties like that? It's not even in Ikorodu. It's in the heart of Lekki. Do you know how much it's worth? A lot of people were screaming and shouting that. Where would those people stay right now? What you know, a lot of things have been said online. And what do you think? Why? What are the reasons behind this demolition? Is it because the Lagos state government is wicked or they want to punish those people? Why do you think the houses were demolished?
Thank you very much, my brothers, for the question. Now, it is simple. For every regulation or law, there are punishments for it. And that is why it is even called law in the first place. Right? Yeah. And this law is in place for our safety. We need to establish that even though the houses that were demolished, you know, it's painful and it runs into billions in one single estate. I don't want to mention the estate there that they demolished. The value of the property demolished was about 1.6 billion naira. Because the houses were sold about 55 million, 60 million naira.
Yeah.
You understand? And some people bought houses there 2021, even though there has been notices to stop work in 2020. It means somebody didn't do their own work well. It is sad, but it is a reality. You understand? And even as much as we have some, you know, greedy developers, some of the clients who are also, I won't lie, I'm sorry to say, they're a bit greedy. Because a house of 65 million, for example, now, they now tell you, bring 50 million. You did not ask question. You think
saving 15 million naira.
15 million naira, you don't ask question. You think it's that easy to just carry 15 million naira and dash you like that? I'm not saying there are no good deals. There are good deals, but you need to verify. Yeah. I've been able to help clients get very good deals, but you need to dig deep, because if it's coming good, you need to check that. Why is this person giving me 15 million naira, 10 million naira off? So please, as an investor, do not be greedy. So the reason for demolition is one. We've said there's a law, there's a regulation, and if you violate it, there is punishment for it. And the law that was violated is an encroachment. They call it the encroachment of canal setback and canal right of way. Normally, canal setback in that area is meant to be 15 meters. So aside the width of the canal itself, there's an extra 15 meters.
Yeah,
that's meant
space
that you must give it, so that whenever they want to maintain the canal, they can have access to it.
Yeah.
And maintain that canal and some other reasons anyway. So but if you now leave that place, you encroach into that 15 meters. Normally, you've already violated a regulation. So because the area is a high density area, do you know that Lagos government even allow them to even do 10 meters? So it's meant to be 15 meters, but because it's high density and the government is trying to be considerate, they said, okay, 10 meters. It was people that was into the 10 meters, and some people even filled the canal and they built on it. Now, why demolition? One, they broke regulation. But secondly, which is more important, is that even though the houses were demolished, and you need to understand that houses that were demolished are not the only houses in the Qatar. There are still more houses, thousands of houses that are in Qatar. Are we now going to put the life of other people that follow the law at risk because of we want to safeguard want to save a little of people? You can't save these houses at the detriment of the life and property of many others that went through, that followed the law. Now we had heavy downpour the last few months. There's been heavy downpour. Qatar is flooded. It is still the same people that will still complain and say it's flooded. You know now, we are in this
the government is doing nothing about it.
Nothing about it because it is these same people that will build a house on where the water is meant to pass. So, in order to put a permanent solution to the perennial flooding that has been experienced in the Qatar houses, the government does not have any other option. It is sad, but it is unavoidable for the safety of the many others, the safety of the life and property of the many others. It was not. It became unavoidable that the government has to bring down those structures. And like I said, they didn't just wake up with one morning and bring bulldozer and start bulldozing. Just the way some people made it look online. There has been notices. They may not. They may. I don't know if they were not about. There has been notices. There has been. I won't lie. There have been notices. If you can verify this fact.
I'm sure Lagos government would never do such a thing without prior notice. You just see people ignoring and neglecting, and everything goes. I can bribe my way out of it. I know Mr. So and so within the state government. Sometimes this doesn't help.
It doesn't.
Okay, you have to follow the due diligence. You have to follow the laid down laws and procedure if you want to do things right. Like you quantify the amount lost is really alarming. 1.6 billion in this economy.
It's a lot of money. A lot of money.
It's a lot. And let me tell our viewers and our listeners that if Lagos state government had not done that, it will have affected many, many more properties. And life will be endangered because that construction right in the middle of the canal was actually causing flood in other part of Lekki.
Part of Lekki axis.
They have to just get rid of it. All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Odogu, for that explanation. So I have a few more questions to go. The next one is: can you share some of the common challenges or pitfalls that investors may encounter, when investing in Lagos? Some of the challenges. I know we've spoken about a few of them. Let's just itemize them one after the other. Some of the challenges they may encounter while trying to invest.
Well, that's a very broad question. However, I'll try to answer it in a very concise way. I'll try. We've mentioned some of them, which is verifying the genuineness of some of these title documents. Because investors are busy. They have to go to work. They will not leave their work or business and start running from one office in Alausa to the other. And there's a solution. Work with an expert. Work with experts.
Go to the right.
Yeah, some clients are very funny. You know now. Some clients are very, very funny.
No.
They'll tell you this is expensive now. It's waste of money. What is it doing? You waste of money. You want to invest 50 million, 100 million. You don't want to spend 1 million or 500,000 or 200,000 naira to ensure that the 100 million is safe or will be safe for you 20 years or 30 years.
What kind of person will not be able to pay tithes?
Please, let's not be penny wise, pound foolish. As an investor, you need to understand that the cost of due diligence is part of your capital in that investment. Don't worry about it's not a waste. If you're investing for you to live in the house, that house is a home to you and it's an investment as well. So the cost of due diligence is put it as part of that cost of that investment. And whenever you want to sell or collect rent, you factor in that as part of the cost, and then you call it as you spend. That's how you make. So I don't see any reason why you should think that the cost of due diligence should be a problem. It should form part of the cost of your investment. You understand? So, but some of them, they don't want to view it from that perspective. So, one challenge they might face is, moving from this office to another to verify these things themselves because they are busy. But there's a solution. You work with experts. Another one is properties in Lagos are becoming expensive. Let's not shy away from it. In the next 5 years, a lot of people will not be able to afford to buy properties again. It's not swear. You understand? And it's not the fault of the developers as well, because 80% of what we used to build houses in Lagos are imported. And because we are imported, it means that we are subject to the negative impact of the dollar naira.
The fluctuation. It's really, really, really affecting the market right now. You know, properties have gone up, materials prices has gone up drastically. You know, that's one of the challenges we face as practitioners. You know, you bought a property probably in January, you bought it for 50 million, and you want to pay within a year. And now we are in October, and the price of roofing sheets was 10,000 in January. Now it's 50,000. All right. So you can imagine the effects on with developers. All right. So it's one of those things that is actually causing a lot of disruption within the system. You know, in all of this, really, do you think someone who is watching us right now or who will listen to this Insta Live section afterwards still want to invest in Lagos? Why would I now bring my money? You know, you said there are challenges. Even when you go to the state government to verify, some people can still be dubious. There's still corruption within that sector. There are a lot of uncertainties. Why would I bring my own hard investments, money that I've worked for over the years, and say I want to invest in Lagos? Why?
All right, before I answer that, let me round up on what I was saying earlier. So you have, like I said, you have to work with experts, and not just experts, an expert that has your interest at heart. It is hard to find someone that you can trust. Trust is a scarce commodity, but you still need to find one that have your interest at heart. It is very, 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 very important, you know, because are you telling me that some people that bought houses in that Ikota, they don't have agents, they don't have realtor? So your realtor must be an expert that knows the market, because some of those realtors may not be dubious, may not want to cheat you, but they are not aware of these things. You understand? So they must know well the market that they're trying to trade.
About the trends.
And they must have your interest at heart. If you have such person, you are a blessed man. Do business with them and God will help you. Next I'll talk about prices of property are becoming so expensive. It's not developers' fault. We all know dollar is, as of today now, it's about nearly 1.3. You understand? There's a project that the client of mine, I helped him to buy 2021 April. Ikate. He bought that property for around 68 million, paid extra 4 million for other fees, 72 million naira. Now, the same property right now is 110 million naira. That property, because I'm close to the developer, is my friend. We do meet. We meet in London. We meet places, you know. When they started that property, iron was 250k per ton. 6 months, about 8 months into the project, iron became 450 per ton. Reinforcement. This is only one material, and this price went up across all materials, including nylon that they used to do blinding.
I'm very much aware about
if you are on this live, or you are going to be watching this live and you're asking why property becomes so expensive, you need to understand that property, like every other commodity, is subject to market whims and caprices. Which was the way out? Enter early. Take advantage of payment plan. And there are some developers that will tell you, okay, pay initial deposit of, let's say, 5 million, 10 million, spread the balance. Such developers, they already have a scheme in place to harness that money, and then they buy the materials in bulk, store them, and they do so they will save themselves from the whole inflation, whatever that will happen over the project lifespan. And then you have been saved. You have edged. So the way out in that one is enter early, take advantage of this payment plan. It's so unfortunate that it's a good news. It's unfortunate that the mortgage market in Nigeria is not there yet, and but however, there's lights, a little light now, because they are beginning to wake up and beginning to hear of mortgage here, mortgage there. I want one or two developers that now offer mortgage service and stuff like that, and I'm so happy to hear on the news recently that they are trying to increase the cap for the National Housing Fund. So if you have a permanent job or stuff like that, look for how you can position yourself to get that money, and then you might be able to save yourself, or take advantage. You might be able to ride on above this inflation and still buy a home, because right now, my brother, it's looking like owning a home in Lagos is becoming like something that some people will not be able to reach again. But just pray God helps us. So why should you still buy property in Lagos despite all that is happening, my brother? Lagos remains Lagos.
The heartbeat of Naija
remains. It's called Lagos. It's not called Lagos for nothing. See, if you are a business-minded person, you understand that it's in the midst of problem and chaos that opportunity lies.
Absolutely.
By privilege and grace, I've been to a few countries. I've seen real estate. Baba, Lagos is people. There are people here that are still going to Lagos to put money in Lagos. Both Nigerians and non-Nigerians.
What you just said now is very, very important. I was talking to a few. I went for a program in the UK, and I was talking to a few of the people we met there, and then we're sharing. I was telling them they should come to Nigeria to invest in Nigeria, that the Nigerian market is actually booming right now. And they say, over my dead body, never. What would you say to such people who already said, Nigeria, I'm not going to have anything to do with Nigeria? I told them one testimony, just one among many. I said, Ogombo in 2017, we had a global real estate executive masterclass in July, and Landway was sharing. Ayilara was sharing during the program. And he said Ogombo was selling in 2017 for 2.5 million naira.
Yes. I'm aware.
July, when we had the program, Ogombo is 80 million naira. I was telling them, I said, Naija is one of the markets you can invest if you can do it right.
Yes.
All you need to do is do it right. Get it right from onset. Once you get it right, you are sure of amazing return on investment, especially in Lagos, Nigeria.
So, to add to what you said, why should you invest in Lagos? So now, we need to understand that. I know that the people that have issue with this, say now, they are mostly Nigerians in diaspora. They are the ones that really tell you, we tell you this. But first, let me address Nigerians in Nigeria. Why do you need to invest? You need to invest. Inflation is staring at you. Yesterday, pounds, I saw it. Was it yesterday? I saw it at 1,450 something naira. As at this morning, my phone just sent me a notification now. 1,550 something.
Can you imagine? It's growing fast.
One of those apps just sent me. There's an app I used to change. I was like, what is going on? So you need to invest to hedge your money against inflation.
Yeah, you hedge against inflation. That's really a good thing to do.
It's not. You must. I mean, it's the only way. I'm sorry to say.
You want to be financially free. You don't have a choice.
You must. Now, Ekpe is still available. You can still get land in Ekpe as of now. 800K for the land. Maybe by the time you pay survey, pay development fee and other things, it can become around 1.5 million. You can still get it. 1.5, you can still get land.
That's
now.
By £1,000.
£1,000 in the next 3 years from now. Don't play. Do you know that in Ekpe as at now?
Yeah.
Lands already sell as high as 30 something million. You know now, you work with Ailara now, so you know. This is the Ekpe that in Ekpe that in 5 years ago, or let's say 7 years ago, I don't think there will be any land that will be higher, that will be 10 million. I do not think so. Now we have land selling as high as 30 million naira. Some people are there. Lekki free trade zone came, we didn't move them. Like the refinery came, we didn't move them. Lekki deep seaport came, he didn't move them.
Free trade
National
zone.
airports came, they are still standing as wall of Gibraltar. They are not moved.
Still looking.
Yeah, they are looking.
Woo.
Lagos Film City now have come, and you are still standing. Please,
Abba.
it's
Wake up.
No.
Wake up. Wake up. Nigerians in Nigeria, Nigerians in diaspora, it's time to wake up from your slumber.
So Nigerians in diaspora, why you need to invest in Lagos? Lagos is Lagos. It is the economic hub of Africa. How would you say that you have real estate portfolio and you don't have a property in Lagos? You only should be asking, what is the best way I can invest and still thrive, even with the ongoing inflation? That's what you're asking. Not to say you are not going to invest. Smart investors don't say I am not going to. They only ask questions and they look for how. And I'm sure you are smart. And if they tell you or they show you a smart way, you will know, you can verify, you can check.
You can test it. Absolutely.
So Dangote that took his money down there, is he not a smart person?
What he's doing, absolutely he does.
Or $10 that took money there, they are not smart people. They are not seeing all this whole thing. Come on now, my brother. So that's one side to it. And as a Nigerian diaspora, Nigeria is your country. There is no place like home. There is what they call the social tie. You need to invest for reason of social tie. You understand? There is the emotional part of it. How would you tell your children you don't have anything? I know you tell me your children will never ever go there, but at least have something. You can have a 2-bedroom apartment in Lekki, for example. Put it on shortlets. Charge on
that's
$100 per night.
Is actually bubbling right now. It's people are cashing out from shortlet apartment. People always have this mindset about the traditional way of collecting rent in Nigeria. Just pay annually, and that's it. You can make what you would have made in a year in a month. Okay, someone shared with me same July that he made 2 million naira from shortlet apartment. He said if he wanted to pursue all of his his tenants from his other houses, but he was just being considerate. That's the truth about shortlet right now. You can just like you earn abroad, just like you pay your rent on monthly basis abroad. You can earn on monthly basis in Nigeria also. So people should start thinking about investing in shortlet, not just buying house and just keeping it there.
So you're Nigerian diaspora, you don't live in Nigeria, you're not always there. Fine. Buy something smart, not so big, furnish it, put it on shortlet, earn $100 or more per night. Whenever you're in Nigeria for a week or two, you use your apartment. You don't have to go to the hotel to spend. Now I'm going to Nigeria. I'll be in Nigeria, for example, now for in March. I'm already costing about 1 million naira for where I'm going to stay. So if you own a shortlet, I can give you that money and stay in your house.
Absolutely.
And if eventually your children doesn't want to come to Nigeria like you have predicted, sell it off. That you bought for 100 million now. In 10 years now, you can sell it for probably
gone up by then.
Get the money and do whatever you want to do and enjoy yourself. I mean, it's not let's go.
My mentor will always say real estate investment is the realest investment you can ever make.
It is, man. It is.
No crypto that will disappear or that will feed you out. Something you can't even touch. You can feel it. You can handle it. It's real. So the best kind of investment you can make is on real estate, my brother. I've seen a lot of banks. Then I used to ask, why are banks in Nigeria just building properties? You see fancy bank. You think it's about the money. They are actually into the business of real estate. Those properties are worth hundreds and hundreds of millions per location. It's a way of securing your wealth. It's a way of creating wealth. It's a form of wealth creation and wealth retention. So you must have this understanding. Please, do not shy away from real estate investment. Real estate investment will make you a millionaire, even a billionaire in no time, especially if you do it right and you do it in Lagos, Nigeria. You see Lagos, if you own property in your village, it's fine, but you must still own something in Lagos, Nigeria. You know. Okay, thank you very much, my brother. We are almost about an hour on this live session right now. Let's see.
Do we have left?
We have about maybe 5 or thereabouts. We've really spent a lot of time.
Can we put all together? Can we just put all together?
Okay. Yeah. So you know, I think I've asked that question. You know, why would a Nigerians abroad invest in Lagos, Nigeria?
Okay.
You see, okay, let's start off with this. You know, Lagos is the economic hub of Nigeria.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of people are thinking, I don't even know the kind of agency I want to use. I don't know the right company I need to partner with. I have this sum of money somewhere, you know, I'm even scared with all of the news I'm hearing, you know, demolition here, collecting my land from land grabbers, you know, a lot of things have been happening. How do I identify a genuine real estate company so that I can invest my money wisely and get returns on investment?
Marvelous. You've asked a very powerful question. You know, how do you identify a genuine a company? So is it the developer now or the agent?
The developer and the agent, because they work together.
Yeah. Okay. For the developer, I would say a few. First, who are the people behind this company? My brother, I have seen mad people running companies in this industry. I don't want to mention name. You understand? Who is the person behind the company? You have to ask the people behind, because the lifestyle of the people will tell if they are going to deliver on their promises or not. So some developers, you are selling land of 1 million naira, 800K, and you are driving G-Wagon, you are in Paris today, you are in Santorini tomorrow. Then how are you going to deliver on your promises to your investors when you have already spent all the money on your own lavish lifestyle? So the first thing to look at is the humans behind the company. That's one. The lifestyle. When you look at that lifestyle, you can tell. You understand? Two, track record. What have they done?
What they've done before, yeah.
What have they done? It's a company I work with. They call them Mr. Africa. You know, anytime I'm selling property for Mr. Africa, I don't shake my mind. You understand? So track record, what have they done? I know there are young developers in the market right now. However, you also have to look at what they've been doing. What have they done? Have they developed before? How did it go? Did they deliver on time? What was the building? Can you go and see the building? In all of these things, if you can verify that, you know, you check. You know, those two things, very, very powerful. Others, I will leave it to you as an investor. It's part of your own due diligence, right? So the person behind the company, their track record, their compliance, very, very important. Are they compliant with the authorities? Compliance with SCUMO, this money laundering people, compliance with the building regulatory agencies, compliance with Lagos State government. Are they compliant? Their team, the team of the company team, do they have the necessary actors? Do they have, the human being actors? What is their CV like? You just ask questions, you will know.
Yeah, they will. Definitely.
You understand? And then the rest, I'll leave it to you as an investor, to your instinct.
Yeah.
Everybody have a way they trust people.
Yeah.
I've had a client, guy look me, why I just like you like this? To trust somebody is a bit spiritual. You have to pray.
You definitely, it's like falling in love,
Yes.
You love, man. You can't, who you are lying to, Very, very powerful. Very, very powerful.
And
you
sorry,
know,
I didn't talk about the agent. As for the agents, please, there's one thing that is seeing. So to get a good agent, please note that it's not by followers on Instagram. It's not by 300k followers. It's not by that. Because a realtor is like a doctor. It's like your doctor. It's not the, forget about the facade you see about. A realtor is a professional and he must know the market. They must know the market. They must speak the language. What's the realtors as well? Who's the person? What's his track record? What has he been doing? Because it's not really by he has 300k followers on Instagram. He has this, he has done this, he has done that. A lot of these people sold those houses that they demolished. I don't want to mention name, but they won't talk about it. You understand?
We know.
No, all of us that know how to come on Instagram and put out all we have been doing on Instagram and stuff like that. For example, Marvelous has been in this game for like 5-6 years now. I've been in this 2017. You understand? I've done several trainings, many things, done degrees and non-degree courses across the globe on real estate. So, and also, finally, like I said, you have to pray. It's just pray and just lead you to the right person.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Odogu himself. You know, people should really pay for this section. I believe you've actually dished out a lot of powerful stuff that if you follow them, if you follow everything we've shared, you will not make a mistake in your real estate investment journey. So, on the final notes, what will be your final words to the people as we round up for today?
Finally, I would just want to say that real estate is, I tell people that is the only vehicle, you know, that has the capacity to create for you transgenerational wealth, a wealth that you will enjoy in your lifetime, and you can pass on as a legacy to your children and your children's children. You can use every other vehicles that you know, I don't want to mention names, to gather the money, but don't store the money there. Bring the money and store it in real estate.
Wow, that was very, very powerful. Thank you very much, Emmanuel Odogu. It's been an amazing section with you today. I'm sure we're going to have many more of this going forward, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so guys, thank you very much for joining us today. Please check us out online on all social media at Amsop Homes. Check our website at www.amsophomes.com. I'm also running a podcast right now which talks about Naija real estate diaspora roadmap. Check it out on Spotify, on Apple Play.
You should bring me on your podcast soon, my friend.
Yeah, sure. So we'll link up there so we can talk more and more about this. So please, information is very powerful. Do not neglect information. You know, mingle with people that can help you. Seek advice, seek counsel. When the Bible says in the multitude of counsel, there's wisdom. You know, when you seek counsel, you get the right information and then you can make an informed decision. So until next time, thank you very much. Please, Emmanuel, do you want to give your number or something?
Yeah,
or
my IG is Naija Property Zone _ Realtors. Please follow. My phone number is 0806 406 1748. I'll say it again, 0806 406 1748. You can reach me on WhatsApp call, WhatsApp message. I would be glad to entertain questions. And if I like, I can give you free consultation. I'm telling you. I'm just so I'm so good like that.
Yeah, please take advantage of that. Take advantage of that. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. I really appreciate you. Atonda, oh nice, thank you. Joy Prince 124, Saziz, Sahab, Didian, you know, a lot of Yuma foodies for Manseta.
I can see one of my friends, Daniel Adika is here. Daniel, thank you for joining.
There. Oh, good. Daniel, thank you. Nevasar, thank you. Thank you very much for joining us. Guys, as we sign out today.
Michelle, thank you for joining.
There. Okay, great.
There's Michelle there. I can see that. I can see Farm Center.
Yeah.
Oh, these are my very good people. These people know me from way back.
Thank you guys for joining. So the recorded section will be on our IGTV, and then so you can listen to it again. Guys, as we sign up today, do not wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate
and wait. Yeah, very important.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.